Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have Jojo Fletcher and Jordan Rogers in the news here, talking babies. They're asked a very subtle question about what the next steps are in life, and they say, maybe having kids. Jojo Fletcher and Jordan Rogers confirm conversations about kids at the forefront of their talk. So we'll get into that, plus also their new show, The Big D, which is about divorced couples, giving it one last hurrah. Do me a favor, give me a hurrah over on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind-the-scenes bonus content. I'll be discussing who will be on Driving with Dave this week. Also, Bachelor Rush Hour, the afternoon podcast, every afternoon. It may leave you feeling totally satisfied. We got these amazing comments on the Bachelor Rush Hour review page here. Always love what Dave is doing with his content. Covers information with comedy, fairness, and a view of both sides of issues, and keeps us informed of all things. Yeah, I'll give you both sides of the conversation, and I'll give you the right side, which is mine. And then we've also got the dessert and the main course. How about that, folks? What can you say about Dave? Hardest working Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise recapper? Check. Honesty and insightful commentary? Check. Passionate takes on the human experience? Check. Great interviews? Check. Thank you guys so much for all of the love. If you haven't checked it out already, go to Bachelor Rush Hour, wherever you listen to podcasts. Let's get into this story. So Jojo and Jordan have been interviewed because their new show is premiering here this Wednesday, tomorrow, June 14th, the premiere of USA Network's The Big D. Should I check this out? I'll give it a watch. I'll check it out for you. I'll let you know if it's any good. But they answer some questions about their experience on The Big D. I'll get to those questions in a second. Let's first watch a preview for The Big D.
Welcome to beautiful Costa Rica, where 6 recently divorced couples search for love again. But they'll have to do it while living with their ex. What? With each other? Welcome to The Big D.
All right, The Big D, D standing for divorce, not the other D, Dave. I'm the Big Dave. Anyway, it's here. It's finally arrived. I believe they shot this last year, and it was picked up, and then there was an acquisition with the TV networks, and they canned it, and it's back. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a very old show. But if it's got good ratings, it could mean a lot for their career as hosts. Let's have a listen to what they had to say on Us Weekly.
Grew a lot through this show as well, just from seeing things.
Yeah.
Has it been something that strengthened your relationship? Has it ever tested it to kind of, mix work with fun? Or because you were on front of cameras from the beginning, it was an easy transition?
I wouldn't even say that just being on a camera made it an easy transition, but I will say, the first show we ever did together, it was right kind of on the year after we were together. And Sarah, we've always said our first year was like, holy moly, we're going to get through this. But that was a real true test for us. We got through that, flying colors, we were feeling optimistic.
It was night shoots. We were in a hotel room, a small hotel room for over a month together. Like
Go ahead.
No, I think not, like you said, being on TV is one thing, but actually working together is different. Memorizing lines, delivering lines on time, working under pressure. Those are things that it's not the same as just dating each other on TV. And I think we went into it going, I don't know how this is going to work. And then we found out that we not only enjoy it, it works really well. We loved working together, which I think was kind of surprised.
I feel like we thrive in this.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. It's we love it so much. We have a lot of fun doing it. But this show, The Big D, is different, right? Because we're watching a lot of past relationships. There's a lot of relationship talk. And so there were definitely moments we were like, this is really kind of interesting, right? Things that we hadn't thought about or how it could affect our relationship. We started talking about it. Little mini therapy sessions with Dr. Jada. We were like, we actually I feel like grew a lot through this show as well, just from seeing things.
Yeah.
All right, so they talk about the therapy session on the set of The Big D. They had to live in a small hotel together for a whole month. Hey, good thing. I mean, my wife and I, right after we got engaged is when the pandemic hit, and we had to live in a 650 square foot studio apartment by ourselves for the first year. And I got to tell you, there is something you learn about living in tight quarters. Now, look, if you live in a 5-bedroom house with 3,200 square feet, it's like, fine, you can walk on different sides of the house house and not bother each other. But when you can literally smell each other's, okay, you know what I'm saying. It's a very, but either way, good for them. And I wonder how many relationships that end in divorce could have been saved if you just learned how to calibrate your love languages, give each other respect. I mean, so many relationships end because of financial reasons and because, someone's working hard towards their goals and doesn't give their relationship as much love and attention. I don't think it has to be one versus the other. I think you can work hard towards your goals, but I think you can also work hard towards your relationship, because they always say happy wife, happy life. But I really do think if you make sure that you take care of your partner, it'll be taking care of yourself in return. But it goes both ways, right? So when we see JoJo and Jordan, we call them the Triple Joes, and when we see them working together, what we realize is a relationship and a marriage is kind of like a business, right? And you have to invest in each other and support each other. And it looks like while their business might have been off to a rocky start, that they're actually really thriving right now. So JoJo and Joe, or Jordan, they are one of the more successful couples in Bachelor Nation. Now, with that comes the conversation about kids. Sarah over here, who interviews them, does a fantastic job not asking about kids, because it's kind of taboo to be like, are you going to have kids? Because, of course, it's a touchy subject. But she asks without asking. Telepathically, she asks.
So the gratification of finally doing it.
Oh, so fun.
With everybody there, it was worth waiting through the 2 years of the pandemic to do it that way.
Do you have a goal for the second year of marriage as we enter? I'm there.
Would you like your family to get larger in size?
Oh, second year marriage. No, I think, we've had so much fun. I think we were really blessed to not have had, although the 2 years of delays could have been a very stressful situation. We kind of just rolled with the punches, and even this next year was super fun. But I do think, and I'm sure this is maybe a question you're going to ask, the kid conversation is definitely at the forefront of a lot of our talks.
That's what I was going to say.
More so than they've obviously ever been. And so I think in this next year, we're really going to start figuring out what that future as a family looks like. So that'll be exciting.
It will be exciting. And how great was it to, get to celebrate with all your family and friends, finally do it the way you want, and then wake up and be like, guess what? Now we get to just be together forever, and I don't have to answer questions about my wedding anymore.
Well, now the kid question comes.
Yeah.
One thing or the other.
Well, that's why I went with goals. I let you introduce it. I wasn't going to necessarily go with it. I said goals,
It was amazing, not only because we had been together so long, and we took the engagement very seriously. We didn't just jump into getting married. We dated each other. We fought through a tough first year. We planned a wedding and then had to delay it twice. So the gratification of finally doing it.
Oh, so fun.
With everybody there, it was worth waiting through the 2 years of the pandemic to do it that way.
It was the best night of my life. I'm not even kidding you. Zero stress. The most fun I've ever had.
I've never seen JoJo take that many tequila shots, and she was the life of the party. Let me tell you, in California, they have a rule that you have to cut off amplified noise at 10 or 11, I think it is. So that's kind of when the party winds down, and JoJo grabbed the mic out of nowhere on the dance floor. She's like, "We're not leaving." It was like Wolf of Wall Street. "We're not leaving. The show goes on." So the
show goes on. That actually really made me smile. That was nice to hear them, JoJo and Jordan, talking about how amazing their wedding night was. And of course, it took them a little while. They got married May 14th, 2022. So just past a year. And they've actually got a very interesting thing going on. They've got home renovation. Here they are renovating a home in Puerto Rico, I believe, right? A side yard, and they're releasing, beautiful stuff. And I think they had a home renovation TV show. So doing a lot of great work over there creating. And, Jordan she's host of the Big D. And then Jordan is also not just the Big D, but he's also got, sports announcer for SEC Nation, ESPN network analyst. So they got things going on, and they come from the heyday of Instagram. You hate to see it, because we just made the video about Zach Shallcross going back to his job, which is like, fine, do whatever you want to do. But Zach Shallcross has less than 250,000 Instagram followers. JoJo comes from the heyday, 2.6 million followers. So essentially 10x the size of Zach Shallcross. And for no other reason, she's super charismatic and a ton of fun here, but she's really been able to take the bull by the horns and And by the way, if we could get JoJo on Driving with Dave, I think my world will be complete here. We've been a big fan of JoJo for a long time now. But anyway, we're happy that they're thriving out there. Let me know. Are you guys going to watch the show? I'll tell you what. I'll check out the Big D. I'll give a good look. I'll stare down the old Big D chamber, and we will let you know if it's any good. In the meantime, I got more content coming your way. Don't forget to check out the afternoon podcast, Bachelor Rush Hour. We'll be back right after this.